LookJet Tech Support. This video is going to be the demonstration on the opening process of the UV2400 series printer. And so right now we already have the printer off. I actually rolled it out so that I can have some more space to show you what I'm going to be walking through. First thing we're going to do is not power the printer on yet. You must shake the white ink bags first. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. And you see where I'm holding? I'm not actually holding the ink tube. I'm not touching the ink tubes. I'm actually just shaking and agitating the bag. Try not to shake your head at the same time, but you can if you want to. So that's the first one. So normally I give it maybe about 30 seconds. It'll be a little bit more if you've left the printer over 72 hours. You can shake it for a minute. But we were just using this yesterday, so I'm going to shake it. And as you can see, these bags are rolled up to the point where it meets the ink. You do not want to roll it where you're actually pushing the ink and forcing it to the feeding tube, because what's going to happen is a few bad things can happen. The needle tip can come out. Excess pressure will be forcing into the print head, which will drip out of the damper, which is not good as well. So and seat that back. Another color that you have to shake is the cyan. So when we locate the cyan, unroll it and do the same thing, just shake it. Now another tip is once these ink bags start to get very low, it's to about 1/4, I roll it and I start tilting it. Once it gets to the point where it's extremely low, you can tape it to the side here as well. Or just use something to hold it up so that there's a continuous ink feed to the printer. That's the most important thing. So let's go ahead and seat the cyan back down. So once those inks are agitated, which is only the whites and the cyans, we're going to go ahead and proceed to power the printer on. So turn the red button. You never pull on it or else you're going to break it. It's meant to be turned clockwise or pushed in to disengage the power. Once you hear the remote beep, we're going to push printer power on the remote control. I'll let that power cycle on. We're going to go ahead and go to the computer side here, because what we need to do is run the nozzle check pattern for the printer. So I go to start. This is, I believe, Windows Vista. We're going to devices and printers. As long as you access devices and printers from here, locate the printer, right click, go to printing preferences. Underneath the maintenance tab, you're going to see status monitor, which will tell you what the current status of the printer is. Right now it's just searching because the printer is power cycling on. So I'm just going to click OK. It says it's ready, so that's a good sign. Let's click OK. If ever you need to know what the printer is doing, that's where you will find the information for that, which is under status monitor. So here you will find nozzle check and head cleaning, which are the other two options you will use under this maintenance tab. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the printer. I'm going to get the printer in the ready print position. So right now the bed's actually not fully fed inside the printer. So I actually push the blue ready button. That goes, it feeds the bed right to the back. But don't forget, you need to place a clear sheet on top of the bed in the right location where the nozzle check pattern will be printed. It's got to be in the bottom right hand corner, right about here. Another tip is I do not have the UV lamp on. That's because after this nozzle check pattern prints, I can wipe it off with isopropyl alcohol. Easy, fairly easy. But if you have the UV lamp on, that's fine too. It's just gonna be permanent and will not come off, of course. Now, before we print, we're gonna push the auto height button, which of course adjusts the bed to the exact height for optimal printing. Now that it's fed back inside, you're gonna hear a beep. So we'll go ahead and go back to the PC. So we're going to right click, go to printing preferences. From there, underneath the maintenance tab, you're going to select nozzle check pattern. There's also the clean command, but that's only needed if you have broken gaps in the pattern. For example, our printer currently is set up with white, 2 clears, followed by black, cyan, magenta, and yellow. If you see any gaps in this pattern, you must run the clean command, followed by another nozzle check pattern. Never run no more than 3 cycles of the clean and nozzle check pattern in a row. If the pattern's not improving, give us a call immediately to determine what the issue is. So we just ran the nozzle check. We're gonna go back to the actual printer here, and you can probably see here the whites are broken up. So what that means is I'm going to go ahead and go back to the printer, to the PC, and click on clean. Before I click on clean and start, which I'll do right now, let's go back to the printer and open up the lower compartment. What you want to see is ink flowing through these two tubes, and you want to be careful because this is, you don't want to disconnect any of these tubes. And you see that the ink's coming through, so that's a good sign. So that's the white. You just make sure the color is coming through as well. This is during the clean command. If you see that it's not flowing, that's a good indicator that one, it may be clogged and you have to flush it, or two, the seal is lost. But normally that only happens after, I would say, between 4 to 6 months on the capping station. So I do see ink flowing through the tubing, so that's a good sign. I'm going to place and seat that back here. Let's close this back up. Once the clean command is finished, we'll feed the bed back inside and run another nozzle check, and that will be nozzle check and head clean cycle number 2. If that doesn't work, we'll do it a third time, and if we still have bad print results, then of course what I probably would most likely do is reprime the whites, or agitate the bag again, and then run another nozzle check to see if that improves it. So at the end of the day, you're done your production run. You can leave the ink basket up here. All you have to do is just make sure you push the red button to power cycle off the printer. Some customers actually physically unplug the power cord as well if you're not plugged into a surge protector, which we do highly recommend. And that's it. You're done for a day. You can also put a cover to protect any elements getting to the printer as well.